or should I say hola, and welcome to the Hunter Call of the Wild. And instead of hunting deer and bantang and Emerald Coast like I've been trying to do, I decided to do something a little different. With the announcement of the Scotland map, we're going to be hunting wild boar in Cuatro Colinas, which I've been trying to do ever since Sorry about that. As I was saying, with the announcement of the wild boar, sorry, this was not scripted very well. Let me start from the beginning. Welcome back to another episode of the Hunter Call of the Wild, and this time, instead of hunting for deer and bantang in Emerald Coast, in honor of the new Scottish map being announced, we're going to be hunting wild boar in Cuatro Colinas. And of course, there's a rumor speculating that wild boar might be the next great one. So, this is what we're going to be doing. I've already set up the feeding stations for the wild boar with all the bait barrels, and we're going to be using... Okay, let's see. We got sour fermented mash. Yeah, that's what it's called. And it's actually good for wild boar. So, anyway, I got all my wild boar hunting gear ready. And based on my knowledge, wild boar feed between... Let's see, where is it? Wild boar. Red-necked pheasant. Here it is. They feed from 0300 to 0600 hours, so we're gonna try to get some sleep. I'm gonna start at 3:45 in the morning. Okay. Alright. Now the reason why I messed up is because I was trying to turn down the volume of my phone because I'm trying to make sure my live stream is working pretty good. And I had to start all over because, you know, this was not scripted. So anyway, we're going to see if we can try to find some wild boar around here. And if I don't see any wild boar in the feed zone, you know, where I put my bait barrel, then I'm gonna relocate somewhere else and see if I can find more. And we got a mating call from a wild boar, which means they're around here somewhere. Will we get a diamond? Well, let's find out. As I mentioned before, with the announcement of the new Scotland map, I forgot what it's called. Hold on, let me research that right quick. Okay, I know it's up here somewhere. Let me learn more. Here it is. Tornasheen is the new reserve, and it's going to be set in Scotland. And I know a lot of people are just kind of disappointed about Africa 2.0 not coming, but I honestly don't mind if it's not Africa 2.0 because I really want another European map, and I would really like to have a map with wild boar, and that way we could get us a wild boar great one. Now there's been rumors saying that roe deer or maybe the European rabbit would be the great one, but I honestly don't think a European rabbit would make a good great one. Okay, we got some wild boar feeding. That's good news. Oh, look at that! Ooh, that's a big sounder of boars. I don't know why I almost said whore, but they're actually boars. And we got some really nice ones. Whew. That's a lot of wild boar. They must be feeding. Whew, they must be really, really hungry going after that. Okay, I'm gonna lay down right here. They are really, really hungry. I mean, that bait barrel sure did the trick. Yeah, that bait barrel surely did the trick. Alright, I want to see if I can get this guy. Oh, hold on. Night vision scope. Ha! First shot, baby. Look at them run. Look at these boars run. You know, I'll be back for you. I've been trying to schedule a hunt for wild boar for a long time on my live stream, but I was going to do both collared peccary and wild boar, but there was a technical difficulty with the live stream, so I decided to postpone it for another time. Alright. This one's a silver. Drill him in the lungs. The diamond rating for the wild boar is 144.25. Here's hoping the wild boar makes a great one rating. Okay. I want to check over here on this side. See if there's any wild boar feeding out there. Now, if you're going to be placing feeders, your best bet is to place 8 feeders per map. I mean, now if you're going to be placing feeders, if you're in bear infested maps, don't use the box feeders, because box feeders, they get damaged pretty easily. Just use either the bait barrels or the post feeders. Unless if you're in a bear infested area, if you're in a bear infested area like Layton Lakes or Silver Ridge Peaks, don't use the box feeders. Because if you use them, there's a greater chance that those bears would be able to destroy them. Because if you're going to be hunting for bears with bait, your best option is to use the bait barrels. Because bait barrels, they also work on the wild boar as well. Post feeders also work too, but so as I mentioned before, if you're gonna do some bait hunting for bears, don't use the box feeders, because box feeders will get destroyed by the bears. So your best bet is to use bait barrel feeders or post feeders, because none of them are going to get destroyed by those bears. That's the best advice I got for everybody. Alright, let's go to level 2. 33.63. Alright, here we go. And splat. I think Scotland is, if the wild boar gets added for Tornishine, I think I say it right. Just comment below if I pronounced it right. So anyway, if that wild boar gets added to the new map, I bet it'll be a great one. And that new Scotland map is going to be a better map for grinding wild boar, not like a Hirschfeld or Medved Tiger, because all the reeds are in the way. That's another silver. I got another feeder right there. Let's see what's feeding out there. Maybe more wild boar? Okay. Let's make a quick check around here. Okay, there's a post feeder. Yeah, that's what a post feeder looks like. It's primarily best to use them for deer or deer-like, for most animals that like to feed, especially rabbits and hares. Last time we were in Cuatro, Colinas, we were hunting for pheasants. Now, I don't know when I'm going to be going back to deer and bantang hunting, but rest assured that we will be doing some of that in the Emerald Coast whenever I get another live stream scheduled. And it looks like we got some European hare feeding. Yeah, the post feeders, they do work on the hares. So if you're planning on looking for some rabbits or hares, you might want to use the post feeders because post feeders are really good for them. And that kind of reminds me, I think I want to do some hare hunting in the future. I don't know when. I really don't know when, but that's gonna be pretty soon. Okay, so they're fleeing. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I want to exit out and come back and see what else can. I want to exit out and come back and see what I can find. So I'm gonna keep these post feeders whenever I want to do some hare hunting, because I know for a fact that hares, they usually eat at night. Okay, multigrain flake mix, that's best for most species. Yeah, I think it was just hare that was feeding. Yeah, that was definitely hare feeding. See if there's anything feeding out in this field. Okay, there's some wild boar over there, and whew, my goodness, we are attracting some of the biggest, best boars. Look at that sounder. A sounder is what you call a group of pigs. I tried that on Hirschfelden, and I used the multigrain flake mix so I could attract multiple animals, and presto! Look at these. Now I got the wild boar feeding. Oh, we got a big one! Okay, I know he's not a diamond potential, but that's the biggest one in the sounder. I knew someday those I knew someday the community was going to ask for some feeders, and boy were they happy. I even placed some more feeders in Mississippi Acres and Tailworld National Park, so I could try to hunt some feral pigs. I mean, that's going to be for a future live stream. They don't seem to be attracted to the call. But since that guy's laying down, I'm going to try to get this guy. This guy's big, so dang it, he's laying down. But I'm going to try to get him. Well, we got one of them. Well, we got one of them, but I'm pretty sure we did not get him right. Because when I placed the bait barrel there, they started coming over there. Oh, wait, I got him in the vital zone. Huh. Alright. Not a bad silver. I hope this guy comes back as a diamond. Whew. Never thought I'd get a pig laying down. Here's hoping that Tornishan gets wild boar as a great one if they add the wild boar. Because from what I heard, there's going to be like 17 species, 5 of which, including the American mink and the European badger, are brand new. The old species confirmed to return are the red deer and the feral goat. And from what I hear, if you listen closely, I'm guessing that Eurasian widgeon are coming back because I hear the loud quacking in the teaser. And I know that there's roe deer in this map, in the Scottish map, because that's the first animal we see when we open up to the Scotland level, or scratch that, reserve. Okay, so now we got some European hare feeding. I guess they only come when I guess they only come when I'm far away from them. Maybe European hare will be added to the Scotland map. Well, that's what I'm thinking. They probably better put the hare in the Scotland map because we need more maps with European hare. I mean, I don't hunt hare that much, but that's just me. It's going to scare both of them, I know, but we're gonna try to see if we can try to get some more boar, and maybe we can find some hair. Okay, so there's wild boar over there. And then there's a roe deer. Holy smokes, there's more wild boar over there. No diamond, unfortunately, so yeah. There's no diamond wild boar in this sounder, but that's okay. We're still going to try to nab as many as we can. Oh, there's more over there. Let's just go ahead and get one of them. Let's just go ahead and get one of these boars because they're starting to get a little skittish. Or I could just get this guy. He's the smallest one, but he'll have to do. Alright, we got one of them. We got another one, but we didn't play him that good. Had to make a follow-up shot on that guy. So yeah, I've been trying to do a black bear grind over at Silver Ridge Peaks, but so far I had no luck. Hello, pheasant. I'm thinking that Redneck Pheasant should come to the Scotland map too. I mean, I know there's already like a couple of maps for the pheasant, but it doesn't hurt to get any more, right? Okay, this is a bronze, so he's too small. Okay, Macy, can you find the blood for me? We didn't get him that good. We shot him in the spot. We shot him in the butt. All right, had to refill all these barrels and the post feeders. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I think they're coming back. And it's already sunrise too. Oh, oh, oh! There's a nice sized boar right there. I want to get him. Gotcha. And dirt nap. He was trying to get the food, but him. Ooh, this is our first gold. Not bad. Okay, let's check over there and see if there's any signs of wild boar. I mean, I know we already have those feeders, but it doesn't hurt to try to find them in outside the feeding barrels, but you just don't know for sure. Okay, there's road deer feeding here. There's piggies. I'm not sure which ones are sows and which ones are boars, but we're gonna try to shoot as many as we can. And of course, we got some hares. And I bet you that the wild boar is going to be one of the three animals that's going to get remastered, just like the roe deer. I mean the red deer. Drilled that one. And I got another one. Oh my gosh. Wow. We found Vino on one spot, and now we're finding them on another spot. I'm pretty sure if the wild boar... Wait. Oh, never mind. I thought it was a diamond potential roe deer. But anyway, I wonder though, if I shoot the sows, if the wild boar makes a great one, if I shoot the sows, would it affect my grind? That's what I want to know. Okay. I don't care about that. Okay, so we got One boar, a sow, a sow, a sow, and another sow. I think it's just one boar and mostly sows. Okay, let's see. That's a silver. We destroyed her, but that's just the way it is in the game. Okay, here they come. It's this guy I'm after. Alright, turn for me. Nope, not gonna shoot him in the head. Alright. Right there. Stay right there. Gotcha! Ha ha ha! No predatory beast resists the taste of pork breakfast, especially breakfast. Bring on the bacon, baby. Well, look at that. We got us a silver. A small silver, but still a silver nonetheless. Alright. Let's check up here. Hopefully when the wild boar and the feral... hopefully when the wild boar gets added, they're gonna fix all the mating and warning calls. Just like how they did with the lynx. I don't understand. I clearly don't understand why a lot of people get upset over a map that they want and could not get. It's their game. They decide to do what the heck they want with it. If they want to take us to somewhere, if they want to take us somewhere else other than Africa, that's their business, not ours. There's no need to act like a big baby over it. You can't always get whatever you want. Just because I get a map that I want and I couldn't get it doesn't mean I should get upset over it. I was like, oh well, if it's not Africa, then I'll just give Scotland a try. Because after all, we do have four European maps currently in the game. We have Hirschfelden, Cuatro Colinas, where we're at right now, River Coast, and Salzwiesen Park. What's wrong with having a fifth European map? Do you really want an Africa 2.0? Give these developers a break, will you? They can add whatever it is they want. They can add whatever they want. It's their game. Besides, I don't care if it's not Africa 2.0. I would like to travel somewhere else. I would have loved Bulgaria, or maybe Norway, or maybe the Amazon rainforest, but Africa? Really? You guys are just upset over a map that you want and you couldn't even get? You're just gonna have to get over it. Get over it. It's not a big deal. It's their game. They do whatever they want. Okay, so it's just the hares eating. Feeding, as you might say. Now it's only the females that end. But hopefully when I can do a hare hunt, I can start doing I can live stream for that whenever I can. Plus, this should be helpful for this should be very helpful for hare hunting. Maybe get some mountain hare or cottontail rabbit or something. Okay, so if the roe deer does get a Great One rating, then I assume that if you're going to be doing a Great One grind for the roe deer, you're only going to shoot bucks and not does. I want to check back and see if there's any more of those wild pigs feeding. If not, then we're gonna have to if not, we're gonna have to restart. Okay, these wild boars are coming back. So we're gonna try to shoot as many as we can. They're coming back to that bait barrel feeder, so that's a good sign. And they're probably going to be turning tail. They're going to be turning tail and leaving the bait barrel because it's already the end of wild boar feed time. But they're still hanging around. Alright, let's just go back and see what's feeding on that post feeder. Let's just continue finding them in their feed zones. Because it's actually a lot better to find them find them feeding rather than, you know, rather than looking for their drink zones at night. I want to see what's feeding on this side of the I want to see what's feeding on this side of the reserve. Probably hare. Here or there, there's always a hare. And it rhymes too. And And yep, there's hair over there, alright. They're all hair. I mean, they're here, but they're all hair. Oh. There's a mating call from a moving sheep. Of course, they don't know that we're not hunting them. Now, from what I hear, those feeders, they do not work on sheep or goats. So they're only capable, they're only useful for deer or antelope. Does not work on the feeders. They do not work on the Himalayan tar, so that makes some of the animals a bit difficult to track, especially for those who don't drink. And as I mentioned before, if you're gonna use feeders, my best bet is, if you're not in bear infested areas, don't use box. If you're not in bear infested if you're in bear infested areas, don't use the box feeders. But if you are outside of the box feed, now box feeders are only best to use if you're not in bear. I don't know what I'm getting here. If you're not in bear infested areas, if you are in bear infested areas like Layton Lakes or Yukon Valley, don't use the box feeders. But if you're in reserves where no bears are present, you can use them. I mean, you can use box feeders for the roe deer. You can use box feeders for red deer, but you can't use them for other animals. Alright, let's just go after the small one. I should have just gone on for the afternoon feed times, but that's just it. Well, we dropped one of them. I better be careful not to overdo it, or otherwise I'm gonna have them disappear for good. And that feed zone's probably gonna disappear too. Sometimes I can't think what I'm saying. As I mentioned before, if you are in bear infested areas, don't use the box feeders. Just go for the post feeders or the bait barrel feeders. But if you are not in bear infested areas, you can use the box feeders. They're practically safe from bears. Use the box feeders. They're not safe from all the bear attacks. But if you're in maps like Cuatro Colinas like I am, you can use the box feeders for mainly the red deer. So I highly recommend that you so I highly recommend you use box feeders for the following reserves: Hirschfelden for Honga Savannah, Parque Fernando, Cuatro Colinas, Tailwar National Park, Rancho del Arroyo, Emerald Coast, and Sunda Patan. But for places like Layton Lakes, Medford Taiga, Yukon Valley, Silver Ridge Peaks, Mississippi Acres, Rebatula Coast, New England Mountains, and Askey Ridge, it's best you avoid. It is very recommended that you avoid using box feeders in any bear infested areas. Scratch that. It's best you avoid using these bait. it's very, very, very wise that you avoid the box feeders and bear-infested reserves, like I mentioned before. The only reserves that are safe for using box feeders are Hirschfelden, Varhonga Savannah, Parque Fernando, Cuatro Colinas, Tia Aurora, Rancho del Arroyo, Emerald Coast, and Sunda Patan. So those are best used, and those are box feeders are best used outside bear reserves. Bear safe and sorry. Alright, let's get that boar. Sit still. Alright. Alright, we got one. So yeah, like I said, if you're going to be hunted in bear infested reserves, don't use the box feeders because box feeders get destroyed by all the bears. So always use bait barrels or even post feeders. Use either bait barrels or post feeders when you're hunting in bear infested reserves. Now the reason why I'm using post feeders is because they're primarily useful for hunting hare. Because if you're having trouble finding hare, you can always use post feeders for finding them. Now the box feeders, they're only useful for red deer and Cuatro Colinas. So I had to get everything figured out right quick. Yeah, the hare are still over there. Alright. Alright, I want to check over there and see if any of the wild boar are still feeding here. I think I should just head south because I was lost. Because when we were here, there was a big sounder of boars coming down here. I mean, really big sounder of boars. So yeah, if you've seen the beginning, I kind of screwed up on that one because I was trying to make sure I don't hear my voice when I'm live streaming. I don't sound like myself. Get a load of that. They're still all over the place. And she's calling for a mate. Man, I really hope that wild boar get added in Tornasheen. Tornasheen. I hope I pronounced it right. I really hope I pronounced it right. Let me just look it up again. Tornasheen. Yeah, I pronounced it right. I pronounced it very, very correctly. Alright. I'm gonna share a post about it and see what I mean. I mean, I hope I don't torture that in the future whenever that comes out. Alright. Lay down. So if you're gonna be placing all the bait, just try to hunt them in open areas where you can see them. It's like they're going to sleep. I really like their resting animation. Alright, I want to see if we can get this guy. Run, little piggies, run! Run, little piggies. You know, with all these feeders out there, that's really a big game changer. But unfortunately, bears feed at night, so that's a really, really big issue. That's probably one of the reasons why feed zones have not changed that much. I mean, I would love for the feed zones to change quite often. And if the Great White Wild Boar gets added, I'm pretty sure that Tornasheen and Cuatro Colinas will be better, I think they'll be better grind spots for Wild Boar. Not like Hirsch. I mean, I will agree, Hirschfeld is kind of very, very thick. That's what I'm thinking. What do you think? If the Great One's the Wild Boar, would Cuatro Colinas or the New Scotland map be a better ground spot for the, or should I say, a better ground reserve for Wild Boar? Or would you rather do, Medved Taiga since it's a lot more open? I mean, if the Great One Wild Boar gets added to the game, hold on. There's a boar over there. I want to see if I can get one of these pigs. Gotcha! Okay, a boar's right there. I can see the glowing, I can see it glowing white. Alright. There he is. Nice silver. I want to see if there was wild boar feeding on that feed barrel. Oh my goodness. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to exit to the main menu and come back because I accidentally spooked some wild boar. But then again, I think I'm going to have to move that post feeder. So the next time I go back to Cuatro Colinas and maybe do some hare hunting, I'm going to move that post feeder from a far away location. So that way I don't have to go through the stress of moving it over and over and over again. So yeah, the wild boar are gone from this feeder. And there's none of that bait barrel feeder. Oh wait, they just popped up. They just popped up. They just popped up. I'd love to shoot me a wild boar. Would I love to have be a great one wild boar? Yes, sirree. Oh, look at this. Over 119. That's a big one. What about that one? 101. Okay, that's a nice one right there. I want to take him. I really want to take him. Oh yeah. That's one down. Haha, gotcha. You failed to escape. That's two boars down in the same feed zone. Oh yeah. Too bad none of them are Bebop or Pumbaa, but these two, I'm having this one for breakfast, and I'm having this one for breakfast tomorrow morning. And speaking of which, we are already about 1 more hour away from this live stream. So if you enjoyed tonight's live stream, smack that like button, smack that subscribe button for more content, and as always, leave a comment down below. Ooh, we got a gold on that one. Yeah. Oh, wait. It looks like these boars are trying to come into here, but they already got a warning message, so they're gonna be going away. And I bet you that if the great one is the wild boar, we probably might do the same thing with the black bears and the wolves. So shooting females would not affect that grind. But if it's roe deer, it might be the same thing as hunting all the other deer species. Don't shoot does, only shoot the bucks. Scratch that. Don't shoot does, only shoot bucks or stags. Or bulls. I mean, that also applies to bull moose. I'm not sure if tar counts though, but they do make a bronze rating. Aha! There's more boar over there. Just as I suspected. They're finally coming here. I knew those post feeders would do the trick. That's probably the reason why it took me a while for me to set up a live stream, because whoa, 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 whoa. Stay here. Lay down. That's the reason why it took me so long, because I'm trying to set up those feeders. Took the words right out of my mouth. I'm exhausted. Alright. Okie dokie. Ooh, 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 ooh. Gotcha! You're gonna be taking an eternal slumber, my friend. At least somebody had the bright idea to, I don't know, request for the feeders. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Turns out you all had no cattle. Oh yeah, right in the heart too. You laid down, but you didn't even got a chance to get up when I shot you. Can't wait to have a pork dinner for Christmas. I mean, we're going to be having turkey for Thanksgiving. Oops. Did I just make a spoiler for our next live stream event? I hope not. But anyway, let's keep searching for any more boars that are feeding from the bait barrels or the post feeders. I never get tired of that music. I mean, Cuatro Colinas may not be my favorite, but the music always gets me. Okay, there's still hair over there. Wait. Still hair. And there's still wild boar over there. That's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign that wild boar are here. Uh-oh. She knows I'm here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. Settle down. Those pigs might be spooked if we get close to them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me try to Let me try to call him in. Alright. Let's try to shoot him. Oh yeah, we got him. We got him. And splat. Okay, we got another male. A silver one at that. I mean, now, if the pressure's too high, then we're gonna have to wait for the pressure to get lower. If there's like mid to low pressure, then we could still go there. Alright. Alright, let's see. We can try we can try to find them in their feed zones between 1745 to at least around 2300 or so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna give it a try. Only one boar? Wait, wait, that might be a sow. Sheesh, I can't even tell the difference between a sow and a boar, but I know what a sow is. It's actually a female bear. Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this one. This one's a Sleeping Beauty. I'm gonna try to take her. Oh, we got another one. Ho ho ho! Wow. We made sure that bait barrel worked on those boar. Sow, actually. Okay, so we're at a high pressure, so we're gonna have to leave this area. Okay, got that one in the lung. Drilled her in the liver. That's something. Alright, let's set it to 1745. Let's see what happens. It's now getting close to sundown. So let's check and see if any wild boar are feeding in this time. There's nothing at that barrel. Must have spooked them off. Oh, there's mouflon over there. And we got some pheasants. Okay, we're only hunting for wild boar, so we're not gonna mess around with the mouflon. Oh my goodness! There they are, right here, right on time. Oh yeah! Oh sweet baby Jesus! I want to thank the Lord for bringing these people to make this game as possible as it can. And please, please, can we get the wild boars the next great one? Please. I knew these feeders would come in handy. The post feeders do work. I know a lot of people just don't like hunting in Mississippi acres with all the alligators. At least with these feeders, we can feed these animals whenever we want when we're hunting them. So that's not going to be an issue anymore. Look at him run. Wild hog stampede. Yeah, I'm gonna let them go. They're gonna live another day. Or another night, actually, but I'm pretty sure you get the picture. Okay, we got gold on that one. So that's good news. Maybe we'll check on that bait barrel, see if these boar came back. Fingers crossed for the wild boar to be the next great one. Fingers crossed, I guarantee wild boar will be the next great one. And maybe the... Sorry about that. Maybe the great one wild boar grind would work if we could just clear all the females so we can get those big boars to come over here. Because unlike hunting deer and moose, it's not going to affect our grind. Because if we shoot wild boar, both male and female, chances are bigger ones might respawn. Okay, that's a roe deer calling in. Well, I knew I'd come back. I knew they'd come crawling back. Alright. One of these is bound to be my pork dinner for Christmas. How does everyone feel about wild boar to spit? Because I'm going to get me the biggest wild boar for dinner. Alright, here we go. Let's get the big one. Wee wee wee! Oh, run away home! Silver, not bad. Alright, let's fill this back up in case they ever do come back. Alright, where should we go next? Over here? Okay, let's try going over here. I'm hoping that we get us a big boar. A really diamond sized one, because I've already got like one diamond wild boar. So come on, give me a big wild boar diamond. Pretty please. And please let the great one wild boar be the next one. Because I really want to shoot a big hog. Get a load of that. Holy smokes. Look at all those boar. They're all coming together. Not only are they attracted to the bait barrels, but they're also attracted to the post feeders. Ain't that something? Now, whenever it gets too dark, we're gonna have to switch it over to maybe wild boar drink time, and then we'll probably switch to wild boar feed time. What do you think? I know that sounds a little complicated, but it just might work. Alright. Stay. Disappointing that this is not a gold, but at least the board knows where we're at. Disappointed that the boars are not, you know. I mean, I'm a little disappointed that none of these boar are diamond, but at least we know where the boar are feeding whenever they're not drinking. There's still some over there. They even turn tail and flee. Little porkers. Oh, look at that. More coming to the party. Come on, come on. It's a wild boar pizza party. Yeah, that's right. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, this big boy's gonna be coming with me. Hey, what you got there, bud? Hey, boy, what you got? I got it from some YouTube video where some Texans were yelling at those wild boar, and they were going, "Hey, what you got there, bud?" Yeah, that's where I got that from. Hey, little lady, what you got? What you got, little lady? Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop, stop, stop. We got some gold that time. Hey, what you got there, bud? Right in the lungs. He was like, oh, just a slice of pizza. Would you like a slice of pizza? Of course. As long as it's got cheese, as long as you got cheese pizza, I can... As long as you got cheese pizza, I'm willing to take some. You're not invited to the pizza party. Oh, looks like we got dead zone pressure, but no worries. We can come back later. I mean, I know we're not supposed to shoot more than 2, but I just could not resist. Alright. Shot that one. Yeah, we're gonna leave these girls alone. Because we already created a high dead zone. We already created a pressure between high and dead zone. But anyway. Let's check over here and see if there's any wild boar at that post feeder. Now we've got like we got like at least 3 more minutes until we end the live stream. So again, if you enjoyed tonight's live stream, smack that like button, leave a comment, and smack that subscribe button for more content. Okay, here comes one of them. And they're right there at the and they're finally right there at that post feeder. About dang time too. That's a really, really, really big sounder of hogs. Yeah, I got a shotgun and a revolver just in case any of the wolves try to attack me. That's always a good sign. Because those wolves, they're not too far away. I guess they're just too busy feeding. They're not getting any closer. Whoa, 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 hold on. Lower your head or move. What are you gonna do? I guess I'll get that one. Yeah, I finally got a good one. I finally got a good one. Now I'm pretty sure that whenever the roe deer gets a new great one, either Cuatro Colinas or Tornishan will be a better grinding reserve for the roe deer. That same could apply for the wild boar, but Method Taiga and yeah, we got a goal in that one. Method Taiga and let's see. Have I forgotten anyone? Have I forgotten another reserve name? Well, I'm pretty sure that Method Taiga and Hirschfelden are going to be the worst hunting reserves for roe deer and wild boar simultaneously. Method Taiga is also bad for wild boar, even if I did say that. But I think torn between Cuatro Colinas and the new Tornishon, if roe deer and wild boar get added, I think Tornishon would be best for wild boar and roe deer. I mean, I know it could be wrong, but that's just it. Tornasheen. Wait, did I say Tornasheen? I meant Tornishon. I mean, I know I wrongly said Tornishon, but it's Tornasheen. Tornasheen. Ugh. Ugh. If I do get a PlayStation 5 upgrade, I might as well have to live stream. But on April 2026, PlayStation services will be shut down for PlayStation 4. So I don't know how long I'm gonna have this console before I get a PlayStation 5, but that's just gonna be it. Okay, that one's a roe deer. But it's already nightfall and... Oh, what do we got here? That's a small level 2. There's a good level 3. That one looks like a black gold, and those are really, really rare. I mean, I got a black gold wild boar, but you know, I think I want to just take the big one. The big one's always the best. Gotcha! Now, if you was a female, you'd probably be a silver. But I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if there's going to be a multi-mount for the wild boar, but I might be positive there might be a wild boar, Okay, so we got him in the lungs. I'm pretty sure the wild boar is going to get the next great one treatment. Fingers crossed for it, please. Expensive worlds, can we please get a wild boar great one? I don't want any more deer great ones. I mean, we never had any great one pigs. Okay, wild boar feed from 1700 to 2100 hours. Uh-oh. Looks like... Oh my god, that looks like a diamond potential. Diamond potential. Diamond potential. I couldn't resist. That looks like a diamond potential right there. Oh my god, I stopped him in his tracks. Whew, that was a good shot. Another one? Oof. I didn't do too well on that one, but let's try getting 2 of them. Then we're gonna track the other one. Aw, man, he trolled. I mean, then again, he probably wasn't that big enough anyway, but we got him. Whew. Can't believe we stopped that other one right in his tracks. Let's grab him. Let me reload just in case. Look at the bleed rate's low. That means it's about to drop pretty soon. Good job, Macy. Yeah, we shot him in the leg. That's what we get for rushing too early. Alright. We got about 15 more minutes, so we're gonna check around the feeders one last time. And then we're gonna end the live stream. Unfortunately, we still have not found any we have not found a diamond as of yet. Let's just go ahead and sleep between 3:45 until, let's just get some sleep between 3:45 until, and stay up until about 5:45, and then we're gonna find some wild boar. Nothing's feeding in that barrel. Let me, I think I'm gonna have to fill it up. Oh no, there's plenty in there. Now if it gets to like 25% low, I'm gonna have to fill it up. Okay, there's still some hare feeding. I want to keep checking around to see if there's any signs of wild boar back at the barrel. Oh yeah, they're back. They're finally back. So all the thing I had to do was to check the post feeder first, and then I'll check the bait barrel. That's what I should have done a while ago. Is there any missions about the wild boar? No? Okay. Let's see, let's do 300 meters. Good night, boar. Pleasant dreams. Look at them run. From far away, they look like ants. Little tiny ants. You know, since we're out on the farm, we're actually farming for wild boar. Huh. We got a silver rating on wild boar. Alright, let's try to get this guy. I mean, we shot him, but we didn't shoot him too good. Come on, Macy. Let's see if we can track him. Yeah, let's just not shoot around here anymore. Macy, come here. Come here, girl. Come here. Okay, there's hair all over the place. Let's not shoot around here anymore until we shrink the pressure. Let's get a piggy. Oink, oink, oink. Let's get a piggy. Oink, oink, oink. I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy. It's already almost 1 Eastern time. Yeah, we shot him in the intestines. That's the reason why he didn't drop so quickly. Okay. So wild boar are fleeing. But what about but what about over there? Okay, they're still over there, but I don't care about these other boar. About the post feeder. Maybe they'll come back. Uh-oh. I think one of the boars may have noticed me. I think I might have doused the light. There might be wolves over there, but can't be too sure. Or it might be just me, but we don't know for sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him go. I mean, I know they're gonna get shot down, but... Alright. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Okay, this is gonna be my last boar for the night. But, I'm gonna try to see if I can try to grind for more around Cuatro Colinas. If I ever see a diamond, I'm gonna shoot one. So... Okay, that's a really good shot to the lungs. So, there we go. Alright. This has been a great wild boar hunt in Cuatro Colinas as part of the Hunter Call of the Wild. If you enjoyed tonight's video, smack that like button, smack that subscribe button for more content, and as always, leave a comment down below. I'll be back with more content with the Hunter Call of the Wild soon, and as always, good night. Keep your feeders filled up, and keep looking.